Alright, hello everyone. Hopefully you all can hear me here. Yep, that's working. Lovely. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. This is Link's Awakening DX 100% no rule out of bounds tournament. We have got, who have we got? It is Swiss Round 2, Xandertje10 versus nitrozsr, and Phantom Matt is here to do some commentary for us. Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, despite the fact that it is freaking boiling hot over in
Oh, I can sympathize.
Yeah, it's not been a fun week, but yeah, storm's gone away, so that's nice.
Right.
So it looks like they're just getting a little bit of practice in before they start. But
we see some spoilers for the future there on Xander's screen. This is a disgusting trick. Not as disgusting as some of the other stuff we do, but hey. We'll talk about it more when we actually get to it during the other than that, today we have, of course, Xandertje10 and Nitros competing. I think these times are accurate. I don't know when the last time these guys uploaded PBs is, but Xander currently has the advantage with a 119.46 for 100% category. And Nitros has a 122.35, which was submitted a week ago, so I have a hunch that these are pretty recent. So, should be a good, fun race, because anything can happen to just demolish all the time in the world for these guys.
Mistakes can and often are made in matches like this. So.
Sometimes it's not even mistakes, it's just the game saying no.
Yeah, I've had that happen plenty of times. It looks like they're just about ready to start off here. Countdown is on the way, so good luck to them both.
And it appears that we're off. Of course, as with every category of Link's Awakening, in any one of the 3 games that exist, we start out by, waking up in an unfamiliar bed with a bunch of people looking over us, and having taken our shield. So we leave Marin and Terran's house, and we're heading down to the beach to go get our sword, because why would you pick up a sword on the beach when you pick up a shield? I'm going to take the time now to explain. No wrong warp or out of bounds is the restrictions for this category, which means that we are, whenever we enter an entrance or an exit, it has to lead where it belongs. So that's wrong warp. And out of bounds is we are not allowed to go further than 3 pixels away from a walkable tile. So we'll see examples of that later. So now a bit of a different strategy here. We have Xander going for what's called Quick Sword, where he does a damage boost off of the Spiny into the sword, if I get it. And then you saw Nitros pushing the Spiny out of the way. Now this is going to become, hopefully, not bad. Oh, both of them get a rupee. So, had Xander done that movement a different way, the Spiny would have gone into the little crevice in the wall there, and not been easy to get dupe on the rupee, which is where we pick up the rupee with 2 hitboxes, our sword or shield, and Link's hitbox. And now we're going hunting for rupees in the bushes, because neither of them got perfect luck. But Xander's doing a whole lot better than Nitros right now, that's for sure. Oh, we got a dupe, and Xander's in the shop at a 1:49 time, I think? That's not bad at all. Alright, so we needed 10 rupees, we steal the shovel, we become a man named Thief, not Link, or what have you. Ooh, 204 shop for Nitros. The shopkeeper kills us for stealing, and then we, air quotes, steal more bombs. We really just save and quit before the little counter runs down to take our rupees. And then we steal the bow and arrow, and we head out there. So now, what do we do with these 10 rupees that we have? Oh, pick up some powder from a trendy game? I'm not sure what kind of powder this is, though. Magic powder, maybe. Alright, so, if you have the timing down, it's the same every time. It's trivial. Only a complete fool like me would not be able to get the powder. There. So now Xander, cutting the mud, is going to go get his second seashell, which is in the little dog's house. Or dog. Yes, those are dogs. But this is a topic of debate as to what is a dog on this island. But we'll need 20 of those seashells later in order to get an upgrade to one of our items. And now Xander showing off another trick. If you place 2 bombs on, subsequent frames, usually through transition, you are able to do what's called a bomb trigger. And that allows you to set off cutscenes and stuff without needing to actually do what is necessary for them all. So, for example, we should have powdered Terran in order to go up, but we just bombed him. It works. And now grab the tail key and save and quit before the owl can talk to us, and we are on our way to the first dungeon. Let's see how Xander Nitros does. Ooh, very nice. Easy bomb trigger every time. And Xander fails pit walk once, gets assassinated, and gives up. You hate to see it. But then again, that bottom Octorok was all over the place. So, we put in the key to the side because, hey, we can do that long, noodly arm link. And here we are, Dungeon 1, Tail Cave. So, this is a nice, easy, short dungeon, made all the better by the item that we find in it later. But, little did you know, there's a bombable wall in here, because that's not suspicious looking at all. You're not supposed to have bombs until later. But being thieves, we get everything really early. So, we get this seashell. And of course, there are 26 seashells in the game, but we only need 20 of them in order to get all the. After we get the 20th one, all the rest of them turn into rubies. Now, I don't exactly... Spiky? Turtles? I don't know what those enemies are called, but Xander kills them off pretty easily. Nitro's not looking far behind. Really? Are they Spinies? Because the Spinies are on the beach. Nice. Dodge the beetle after pressing the button, get a key. And now we have the Rock's Feather on both screens. So this is a cool item because it allows you to jump in a technically 2D environment. And also walls are ledges and allow you to just jump off them. It's called a super jump. Basically you clip into the wall by going a little bit inside it and jump and then press a direction away. There's a couple ways to do it. Now we have arrows. Arrows are broken. Gotta love them. Yeah, they would be called urchins, wouldn't they? That makes sense. Alright, here's the first boss of the game, Moldorm. Not cooperating with Xander, so he's gonna have to slash him to death. There we go. Moldorm takes 1 heart from you every time he hits you. 4 heart, 4 hits. Kill him. There we go. Nitro's killing him too. Very nice, very nice. Of course, now we have the full moon cello. Hooray. So from here, we get ambushed. Because this owl just talks forever. We can... One day we'll figure out how to just skip these owls and everything will be great. But, alas, we must endure him. But, you know what's even worse than owls? Talkative children. But we're playing in Japanese, so we can skip their text with people. And I should also mention, we're playing on the Japanese 1.0 ROM, because one, text is faster, we can skip text boxes with B, and certain tricks work on the 1.0 version as opposed to the other versions. So now, heading into Log Cave, let's do some nice movement there. Easy jump, spin, slash. And now we're gonna go pick up a piece of heart. Of course, super jumps make everything easy. I'm telling you, once you speedrun this game, it's ruined for you. You can't play it casually ever again. Once again, nice bit of movement dodge, that hurt piece of shame, which we'll pick up later. It's only shameful in this category if they get it early. Because you get it later and it saves you a handful of frames. And here's our friend, the photographer mouse. Now, if you say no to him a bunch, he'll beat you up and shove you into the corner. Alright, one second. So now we get our first picture. There's going to be, what, 8 of those, I think, throughout the course of the game? No, there's more, probably. 12 photos, that's right. I can't remember numbers anymore. Anyways, now we are an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to go hunt down the mud, which is Bow Wow. But first we have to kill King Moblin. So he bonks against the wall. He can go from anywhere from 2 to 4 arrows until he charges you. All it takes is like, what, 8 hits, I think? Spin slashes count for 2, so easy. And now we've saved Bow Wow the dog. Bow Wow the dog. A very circular dog. Alright, so we're gonna clip into this tree here. Go up against this rock and use the power of text boxes to just slip through, because text boxes push you a little ways into a position when you read them. So that's called a flop clip, and now because Bow Wow ate really fast, we're in Dungeon 2. One of the few uses for powder, lighting up those torches. We're gonna Xander upping the bow strats. The beginning of this dungeon is, just a little quiet. Yes, the mouse would live if we never came to the island. Everyone would live if we didn't go to the island. Oh, we make it easy, casual. Alright, so now we've got Bow and Feather equipped. Another exhibition of why the bow is broken. There's supposed to be mini-boss music, but we kill the mini-boss so fast that it doesn't have time to actually start. Alright, so now we're gonna just let these ghosts go off-screen. That kills them, because enemies off-screen don't exist. And that activates the room, which gives us the power base, letting us pick up pots and rocks and stuff. You know, not as broken as the rocks, but we take a lead. Now, this room, coming up. So you're supposed to kill these enemies in a very specific order. So Paul's Boys to the bunny thing in the corner. Then the keys, then the stall throws on the left. Now, doing that, you get the boss key for this dungeon. If you mess it up, you have to reset the room by going into the stairs. Of course, that Stalfos enjoys getting in everybody's way. Alright, really neat trick here. We can drop a bomb, and that counts as us holding a pot over our head, which allows us to push that platform down. Very nice. Now, here we go, second boss, the genie. So, unlike in other categories, we actually know pretty much how to count in this game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fireballs. You go up, you clip them in the wall, pick up the pot. Pot breaks immediately because it doesn't have anywhere to go. Bam. Bombs and bomb arrow, kill the boss, lickety split. I do believe a sparrow is a spare arrow. Now both our players have the conch horn, they're actually not that far apart. At all. Alright, so now we pick up the heart piece of shame. And we're gonna be making our first of 3 trips to our buddy, the Mad Batter, who hides in all over Poland Island. Oh my god. So we give him some powder, and he asks us if we want to carry more junk than usual. And we get the option to upgrade our powder, our bombs, which is what we choose, or our arrows, which will hit. Now, of course, you don't ever want to get powder early, because you have more than enough powder to do whatever you want, but bombs and arrows are used many times throughout the run. We need as many of them as possible. It just so happens with the route that we do that we run out of arrows perfectly before we get our next upgrade. And Xander picking up those corners, because this game is coded very nicely. Alright, toss the rock, break into the graveyard. Pick up that seashell. If you stay on this screen for too long, Bow Wow will freak out and tell you that there is a seashell buried underground. It looks like one shot of bomb arrow, which we saw earlier, used in the Dungeon 2 boss fight. Do that by like pressing bomb and arrow within like 6 frames of each other or something, I think. Alright, so we enter this telephone booth to set our saving put point. Go up here, get a photo with a man you've never met. It smells vaguely of frogs. I don't know how Nitro's filling that bit. Alright, I'm gonna go to the Seashell Mansion because we have exactly 5 seashells. The mansion is going to give us another one for free, so now we have 6. Now, it gives you a seashell at 5, a seashell at 10, and then it gives you the sword upgrade at 20. So now, here we go. We're doing Villa Skip, which we're pausing while falling into this pit, which pushes us down, and then we can just transition down to drop to the next walkable tile. And bam! You just fall right down across the bushes, and never have to go to Candlelit Castle. Let's see how Nitro's does. 2, 3, 4. 4. Of course not. You could be there for a very long time. So now grab another seashell, we're up to 7. You don't have to kill that, but no. If everything on the island has to die, then it has to die. Oh wait, spoilers. Xander doing some 6 sword flips while doing his movement. Alright, so that's our first instant of Jesus jumping, where we're able to pause the frame we land on water and do things. In this case, transition to the next screen, Now, once we get into the next ring, we're just perpetually falling in water unless we use the save equipment to buffer a jump. And if we could just make it. Alright, so here we go, Dungeon 3, after putting the key in the wrong way with our nice long noodly arms. And there are a lot of enemies in this dungeon. So many, in fact, that this is going to be our first instance of seeing the Guardian Acorn, and another temporary upgrade, the Piece of Power. Now, the Guardian Acorn only gives us double defense, rather, it makes things do half damage until you get hit 3 times. But the Piece of Power is the good one. It increases our movement speed, increases the knockback, and doubles the damage until we get hit 3 times, which is very nice. And now, very good super jump, and then you clink off the Dodongos up there. That is known as the Dodongo skin. And we grab some boots after doing a nice little super jump. Huh. Nice and oh, that's a bombable wall. Oh, absolutely. In fact, we do Dungeon 6 before Dungeon 5 in this one. A lot of the real good sequence breaks aren't in this category. But we do the tricks that allow us to do them. For example, bomb triggers allow us to open up Dungeon 8, for example, without ever having to go get the 12-time soul. Oh no, Xander misses the teleporting Goria. And now, here we go. Third boss, Slime Eye. And Nitros, not quite. There we go. That Dodongo skip is not easy. If you mess up the, I guess, muscle memory that you have while doing it, it just all goes straight and thin. Xander getting to seal it as well. Nitros. Clean kill on Slime Eye. Gotta love it. So now the owl ambushes us yet again. It's like it's trying to tell us something. Like we're supposed to save land. I don't know, I can't read Japanese. Alright, grab another seashell. So many of them in this game. And now that we have the boots, overworld movement is going to go by a lot faster than it did before. Ooh, Xander getting that good movement that allows him to skip getting damaged by the spark there. Shoot a bomb arrow on this wall that is apparently a bombable wall to get a heart piece. Well hidden now, isn't it? And now here's Terran looking at a honeycomb, or rather a bee's nest, because bees come out of it. By buffering save and quit after saying yes, you are able to skip the cutscene because you just save it and after it gives you the item. And it's also a good time to mention that we skipped most of the trade sequence in this category. We skip all of it in other categories. Namely because, one, the game assumes we have that we have the stick if we've completed Dungeon 3. Because how else could you get into Camelot Castle other than by going past the stick? And in other categories, we just bomb trigger everything. So now here we go. Having 10 seashells, we get 11 from the mansion. Thanks. Xander lamenting his run. It's going pretty alright, I imagine. At least he's not throwing for content. Now, in the donut maze, we get another seashell, and now we're heading our way over to Animal Village. And the village is a village occupied completely by animals that talk. Strange. The owl obviously doesn't live there, because owls need a house at this point. And now we're gonna go trade that honeycomb that we got from not torturing Perrin for a pineapple. And more importantly than this pineapple, the chef bear tells us that our good friend Marin, who dragged us up from the beach, usually hangs out at the beach. So now we're gonna go on a date. After doing some cleanup, of course. Get Chef Bear. Alright, you. Chef Bear is where he wants to be. Alright, so this is the Drain Shrine. We're normally supposed to use boots to go all the way around, killing all those potent enemies. But we can do a naked super jump, which is a super jump that we don't use any items to trigger in order to grab the ocarina. And now we run it. Nasty menu there. Also, is Chef Bear a glitchless thing? I just said he's a chef. Space Bear. And now fishing. So, we get rid of this fish. Because it's just gonna get in the way. Because we really need that fish that's tucked there in the corner. Because in that fish is a piece of heart. Well, in all fish are pieces of heart. A lot of heart. But this one has one of the ones that we actually use in the run. And because we get this piece of heart here, it allows us to skip the whole cutscene text box where it goes, hey, look, you've got 4 pieces of heart. That completes a heart container. Here, stand here for like 10 seconds while we tell you this news. Because congratulations, you can count. Now we're taking a photo with Bow Wow. A very safe and friendly animal. Friendliest in the land. There's nothing to worry about here. Nothing at all. And now Link and the mouse are becoming peeping toms and staring at an old man on the phone. While his wife just looks on in horror. Now, yet again, this game is really good about not telling you things that exist. There's another seashell in that tree. Also of note, you can bonk the tree going up to the fishing minigame in order to get bombs, I think? Or rupees. One of the two. But now we run down to the beach. And there she is, the waifu of this game. Marin. Surrounded by a flock of seagulls. So now, you know, we're talking about life, the universe, everything, and she wants to get off this island and become a seagull. It's very, very nice. You know, for a girl who literally dragged you up off the beach and barely knows your name. The only reason she knows your name is because it was on the back of your shield. Other than that, we haven't interacted with this girl at all the rest of the game. No, he can knock her. He's got sword and boots. Alright, so we fall in the well because now we're on a date with Marin. And what's better than getting flattened by your bait? Now I pick up this piece of heart after taking the photo, and we can get out of here before the mouse goes up the stairs. Very interesting. I did not know that until recently, actually. Now go take another photo at the beach. Right on this cliffside with Link, the unimpressed man. Nitro is not too far behind. saving quick because that's quicker than just walking back up to the village. Now one last photo and our date will be complete. Oh boy, this weather looks great to take a picture in front of. And there's Terra. You really just did do that. You hate to see it. So now, having that awkward note end our date, we're gonna go drop Marin off. Alright, look, Astro. Next time you go out on a date, a bunch of us from the community are gonna go, and we're gonna interrupt your date. And we'll see how you love it. Alright, so now we bonk against the wall here because bomb trigger this cutscene anyways, even though we have Marin. Because the sooner she leaves the screen, the faster we gain control. That is true. If you don't know, you can take Marin to the trendy game if she asks to play it, and she picks up the trendy game manager. Alright. So now that Marin has been dropped off, the walrus has been dropped out, we get to adventure around the desert. Yarna Desert, I believe it's called. But first, we bomb this wall, hop in here, and do another bomb trigger. In order to get another piece of heart. Picking up a heart is a cutscene. It appears. I don't know. Bomb triggers do a whole bunch of mysterious and magical things because the power of explosions is great. And now here's a pit. You don't hear anything. We sacrifice 2 arrows to the pit. And fall in. Bomb that top wall because, once again, very obvious where things are. Grab another piece of heart. Now run all the way down to the other pit, and grab one more seashell for good measure. No, just a bit of that. Nitro sacrificing his arrows to the pit. You gotta love it. And the owl yet again. Why? What a villain. But of course, we still want to talk to Marin after the date because it ended really awkwardly. Xander is entitled to his opinion that this is the worst song merely because he is allowed, but he cannot be correct. Now, very important that you don't say, or press B, or say no to that text box, because otherwise you have to hear the song again. And that's a great way to just lose a bunch of time. But now, like I said, we can sort of count in this category. So we're gonna head up to Dungeon 4 now. Flipping into that wall, very important because we bonk off that rock, and hey! We get to do what's called a French bonk. Named because the Frenchman Segas implemented in his run, and everyone was stunned. Flattened even. Mambo's Mambo is a dance routine. head into this cave real quick to set our save and quit point. Now we're going to go open up D4. Because we grabbed the key when we sacrificed our arrows to the pit. So now we can just re-enter the cave. Literally speech bubbles because the thing singing is a fish. Alright, so Xander's skipping that cave, which means he's going to be going for what's known as early rooster skip. In the cave up here, normally we could come back up here with the revived majestic rooster that allows us to fly. But you'll be seeing some black magic and trickery happen to avoid needing to wake up the rooster, instead letting him rest in peace. Another seashell, for good measure. And hey look, there's a mouse! It's taking our photo with our sword in a very awkward place. And the mouse. So now, Xander is going to jump across, transition a little bit to the left so that we can start getting into the center of this pit. And he's going to do the same thing that he did earlier with Villiscape, where he's just going to transition far enough that it pushes him down once he falls, like that. So now he can charge up a dash, use the shovel to lock himself in place, and just jump with dash speed in order to get the Eagle's Key early. I personally don't like that trick, but I have no amount of lack of respect for the people who manage to do it and make it look so clean. There's something about trusting my fate to a pit that I don't agree with. But now here we go in Dungeon 4. Using some of our dwindling supply of arrows in order to bomb arrow that rock. Get a key. And that's really the only key aside from the big key that we'll need in this dungeon to get this block out of the way. Because we can Jesus jump, which allows us to skip that mini-boss. Don't worry, we'll be seeing him again very soon. So I come in the back way and get the flippers. Flipper. Because as the sprite shows, there's only one. Now here I go, some clean movement, hopefully. And there we go, that is the for boss key skip. We used to do it by picking up those pots on the side, some still do. But it just looks cooler to go nuts off the B-hat. Now, charge our sword for no reason. Oh no, there's a fish! But spin slash and 2 arrows make it good. 2 bomb arrows, I might say. Xander speaking from the future. Who gave this man a DeLorean? I demand to know. And you should be focusing on the run instead of typing. Oh no, and it seems like Nitros didn't do the timing right, so now he has to go retry that super jump. And that was Mambo's Mambo, which, like I said, seems more like a dance. Unless you're talking about Mambo number 5. And Nitros kills the fish, and gets his surf heart? Is that what we call it? Anyways, now we get another heart container. Fantastic. There's really no way to be able to skip the cutscene for getting any more of the heart containers, which is unfortunate. But now we have a friend that we can't see. There we go. Well, I could sort of see him. He's there, I promise. Alright, so we get another seashell. Then we pop under the bridge. I believe they've taken the same route? Yes, they have. Nitros just got pretty bad luck at the beginning with his rupees, which set him maybe 20 seconds behind, and then it's just stacked up slowly. Yeah, also messed up some tricks in D3. So now, we have essentially skipped to the very end of the trading sequence by bomb triggering that event with the fisherman. And now we are going to trade the bra that we got from the fisherman for a scale. But in order to get across this gap, we need the hook shot. Well, spoilers, we saw this earlier. Xander is going to, just get knocked into the wall, so that way he can just jump off. There we go. And that is known as early magnifying lens, because we go over here, see the statue of a mermaid, stick a scale in, and head in. So, oh my, we can see things that we haven't been able to see before, like all these enemies surrounding us. I swear, you guys are obsessed with this wide bucket thing. So now, the dead fish in the water. Dead mouse. Oh, jeez. That was weird. Yeah, Xander's absolved. It's enough with your need for having to change the resolution. Oh, Nitro seems to be having some trouble here with early magnifying lens, otherwise known as Zora Pump. Unfortunate. I really hate this. And I think he can get out of this. Yeah, he's good. So he got it. Now, about the ghost following us, we aren't allowed to go into any dungeons while we have to go, so we have to get rid of him. This comes into play in other categories where we could just skip him by doing one of the triggers to just get rid of him. But in this game, in this category, we make him, we take him around and we actually take him to his house and then to his grave. But there we go. Because we have the magnifying lens, we can talk to that Gloria in the cave there. It doesn't appear unless you have that magnifying lens. And trade our shovel, which we no longer have any use for a boomerang, which is broken. Why is he trying to... Now, unfortunately, this wide bump that people are talking about in chat is because people, for some reason, I have no clue why, decide they want to change the aspect ratio while they put console while doing the Zora bump to get across early. I don't know where it came from. People are weird. And everyone knows true swag is Zoomerang. So now, we really don't want powder again, but we instead want arrows, because we have none. We are out. Arrows are very nice. And we use Mambo's Mambo to warp to his pond, which is outside the tree that creates his hut for some reason. Now, why a sunfish that is as large as Mambo needs a pond outside of Tracy's hut, I will never know. Maybe he's diversifying. But we take the ghost back to his grave. Get talked at by the Elegant, and take another photo. It's a very long string of stuff that we have to go through here. That would have been back when the island was flooded in the north half, I guess? I don't see how a sunfish gets from the pond to where he is now. Alright, so a neat little trick with the boomerang there. It kind of works weird. Get that heart piece. And I'll push these gravestones in a specific direction and order. And voila! We're at the hidden bonus dungeon for Link's Awakening DX, the color dungeon. Because, you know, this game is released on Game Boy Color. If you come here while playing on a regular Game Boy, they just don't let you in. Because you kinda need color in order to operate in here. So now this room, full of rupees, each one of them is worth 5 each. And we'll be back there later. Kill a few more enemies. Grab a key. Meanwhile, Nitros is putting the ghost back into his grave. Now, doing a menu here to put powder and feather on so that we can jump into this room. Jump one more time, and that allows you to very quickly kill this blob. Otherwise, he's a real pain. He jumps around everywhere. Now, grab the boss key, save and quit, and hard reset. Hard resetting resets the, I believe, RAM of the game, which does something interesting in this circumstance. It respawns all the rupees in this room. So now we have all 300 we'll be needing after this dungeon to go get the final song. Kill the stone Hinox. Xander fell in the pit, though. It seems that he's got an almost minute and a half lead over Nitros. If my math is right. 2.5 minutes, maybe? I'll ballpark it to 2. hard puzzles, don't mess them up, otherwise they actually become hard. Now, just shoot this boss a lot with arrows. That's how you kill him. Of course, he gives you only a fairy, even though he's a boss, but you get to talk to this fairy. It gives us the ability to change the color of our tunic. You get the option of either red or blue. Red gives us increased attack power and knockback, whereas blue gives us double defense. Blue is just tiny hair faster than red because of a certain boss type. And there we go, the big ghost. Something you don't often see. Only a fool would look at them in black and white. And I'll pump another tree for a seashell, and we get to go have some fun in signpost games. So the deal with this is, you have to talk to these signposts in a very specific order. If you talk to any signpost out of order, it resets. Sucks for you. Then you have to restart. Xander falls in a pit again. There we go, second time's the charm. It's not the easiest jump in the world, because we're supposed to come out here after we have hookshot, but with the power of boots and feathers. Makes me think, can we zoomerang there? Oh, right, Xander is warning us of the Frog Song of Soul. So listen as these wonderful frogs grace our ears with noise. And now with that travesty done, it seems like Nitrous is about 2.5 minutes behind. That's right. And now we're going to jump in the warp, and we're going to head up to the waterfalls and go get a very well hidden heart piece. Long swim. Long swim. While we are busy swimming, don't forget everybody, stay hydrated, get yourself some water. Very healthy, especially in these hot summers. And now we go to Animal Village. And once again, magnifying lens. Can't see things that weren't there. Can see things that weren't there before. Turns out in this house there's a Zora. It's a white mouse. Now, that should be the last photo that we need, which we'll get a check later on during the run, or afterwards, probably. And now, we're gonna go head up to Dungeon 6. Yes, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 6. Because, like I said, counting. slipping right through that little Armos. And now, that should be the last seashell he needs. So now he has all 20. But he'll need to get the upgrade for the sword later. And Nitros, appearing to be about 2 minutes 40 behind now. Now Xander fighting the Armos Knight. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, he was too close though. When you do this guy just right, it's nice and clean. But it's very easy to mess up because he's really big and really angry. Alright, so running backwards through Armos Maze. Very easy. Especially with Blue Tunic, we don't really have to worry about dying, especially not to these guys. If they decide to just block your path with bombs, there's not much you can do but wait and pray. Alright, nice little dash jump there, regular jump here. And we're opening up Dungeon 6. So now this is one of the dungeons where a lot of items get to shine. First of all, if you're low on health, just do Boomerang there. You get a fairy for free. Because there's a spark in that room. Boomerang with the switch. Bombs and arrows. Well timed, kill all the enemies in this room. You don't actually need Feather to get past this spot. Again, well timed bombs and arrows. Xander doing a little pot dance here. Now, because we have the level 2 bracelet, which we got just a little bit ago, we can pick up those elephant statues. There's not much else we can do with it. And it seems like Nitros, something happened during his fight against Armos Knight, so he had to resort to spin slashes. But he still kills him in the end, which is good. Alright, nice little bit of super jumps there in order to get up to the boss cure lake, which it's intended that we open that up with a pot. Now here's our first example of a shack jump. We sidle up next to an object, and we can go super jump off of it. We may see a few more of those in the future. In fact, we will see one more soon. But first, we have one of the greatest sources of RNG in this run, horse heads. So it's a 25% chance to land both of these upright. Like that. You get the second try, very good. Another shack jump there. And now avoid falling in the flashing orb of death, because that will send you back to the start of the dungeon. You really don't want to do that. And now here's the boss. But wait, where's the boss? The hitbox is there, but the boss isn't. Ah, it's a face. So it takes 5 bombs to kill him. I also think you can throw pots on him to damage him too, but there's a finite amount of pots. been a long time since I fought Facade in any other way except bombing his face. Alright, now Xander defeats the boss, gets his coral triangle, and does a little bit of swag bomb boots. So what he's doing is actually just picking up the bomb that he dropped over and over again. Now, good bomb trigger. Skip the elf coming in on this screen, makes it a little bit faster. And because we have 20 seashells, we can go back here to the seashell mansion and wait patiently for the meter to fill up, because once it reaches the top, you get a sword formed out of seashells, thunder, and lightning. Admire it now, for that is the last time you'll see the sword that large. It really just replaces this the other sword. And that's it. It's stronger though, much stronger. And now here we go in Dungeon 5, which is the home of another ridiculous trick. Oh no, Nitro's just going. It had to be like, what, 7? Alright, so you gotta kill all the enemies in this room on Xander's screen. Pick up all the items they drop and everything else that drops in the room. Push these 2 blocks together and that drops a key. Now, because we have the boomerang, we can technically carry items into the next room. If we drag the key into the next room, then, hey! What did he do? Did he fall in the pit? Oh dear. Alright, so second try, I think, for Xander getting his early hookshot, because A, if the key drops in the next room, A, it's a hookshot. That's the way the game's coded. But yes, I do believe that Nitro's got absorbed by the flashing ball of doom. It's really the only way he could have gotten all the way back without saving and quitting. So now, Bob Master Stalfers to death. Technically we're supposed to fight him 4 times, but we only fight him once. Oh no! I know what happened. He got stuck, didn't he? So, while you're doing that super jump that Nitros just did, you can get stuck. If you badly place yourself for this time the super jump. And you have to save it for that, because you're just soft locked. No, because I saw him doing horse heads. No, he didn't get stuck. He got sucked up by the ball. Alright, do another flock clip through there. And he's on his way to the boss, hopefully. Don't jump in the pit, please. Thank you. Yeah, he got eaten by the black hole. That's happened to me. It's not fun. But I should mention, Xander managed to hookshot his way through solid objects because, you know, he ended up just right. And here's the boss of this dungeon. This wall snake or slime eel. There's a lot of slime things in this game. 5 hits from Xander on his first cycle. It needs 8 hits to kill. And he's done. And Nitros as well, finishing up D5. No, D6, my bad. Numbers. It's hard to count. And there we go. Good bomb trigger from Nitros. Now he'll be on his way to go get the level 2 sword. Meanwhile, Xander is going to be heading up the mountains. To access Dungeon 7. You know, it's just casual walking here. More French bunks, some jumps, some swimming. Ambushing by an owl. There's nice periods of downtime occasionally. But that'll give us the chance to see how quickly Nitros gets his early hookshot. But first, bomb trigger one more heart piece. And now it's a lot of walking. Or running. Or hook shot. So let us see how lucky Nitros is. For his sake, I hope very. Okay. Oh, very nice. First try. Easy. Grab the key on his way out, and he's continuing on through Dungeon 5. Once again, opening the key from the side. And there we go, Eagle's Tower, Dungeon 7. This dungeon really is just an exhibition of bomb triggers and their practical applications in life. So we make sure that switches that way, because if it's not, then we get into trouble here. We throw a bomb, very precise place, kill that enemy. Unfortunately, D7 is real life. This is a construction game, after all. And what do you use to demolish buildings but explosives? Because wrecking balls are old hat. There we go, cool kid strats from Xander. And very, very clean bomb triggers, I like it. And now he's heading up to the second level. Nitros is entering the slimy fight. Xander picking up some extra bombs, just in case. I don't know where he used so many, unfortunately. this is Goomba Surf. Goomba Surf is a barely clipped-in super jump that we use to bounce off the Goomba and up the wall in order to skip having to get the boss key or do a P-hack in another room. And this is Evil Eagle. Now, we're gonna hit him once. Right there. Then time our hook shots perfectly, and because the game is coded very, very well, we could just shoot below the floor. And he dies. Because of wraparound. The game is silly. And Nitro's also doing pretty well against Slimeal. Getting out of Dungeon 5, now heading his way over to Dungeon 7. Xander gets the Organ of Evening Calm. But it's not even. It's like 12:50. Now with that, Xander's approaching the end of the run. He's only got one more dungeon, and then the final area to go. The Organ of Morning Zooms. Okay. So now Nitrous is under the walking dead. And here we have Marin. She's been stuck up on a bridge that's broken. But, do we care? Not really. So, that was Zoomering. Zoomering is a trick where you dash at a block. And then do a series of really quick inputs to make you launch the other way. This looks really cool. You're zooming with the boomerang. See? There's a few other things that you can do with the boomerang, but we won't be able to see those this run. And now for the final upgrade that we get from Mad Batter. It's time! Everyone's been waiting for it. You've all wanted it. Extra powder. Look at that. Look at how much powder we have, man. It's 40 ounces of good stuff. And now, because clipping is a thing, we can prevent knockback, which effectively makes the level 2 shield useless. And I mentioned this earlier when anybody asked about sequence breaks. We can bomb trigger this instead of having to play the song, and that just opens up Dungeon 8 really easy. Oh no, and Xander falls in the lava. But yeah, this is Dungeon 8. It's Turtle Rock. The turtle obviously has some indigestion. Now that trick is known as Bookshot. Bookshot meaning that certain items come out faster if you use them on their own beat. So we use that to our advantage to be able to clip through that rock and slip on through. And no, Nitros falls in Dungeon 7. Oh, the humanity. Well, no. No, that's true. It's named this way for a reason. And he falls again! Oh no! Just, come on. You can do it, man. We believe. Now, Xander doing a little bit of a swimming in lava. Grabbing the final heart piece. Now he has almost all the heart containers, except for the one that he'll get in this dungeon. You're not facing the right way either, man! Come on! Oh, no. So there's Cue Ball. Cue Ball is dead because we have supreme power in our hands. Alright, Nitros, I believe. I believe, man, you can do it. There we go, he gets the shack jump and gets through. Never give up, people. And now Xander has finished the Roomba Room. And we'll be heading to the boss. So I should also mention that Xander got the Magic Rod, which is the final weapon of the game, which we used to fight Hothead. And Xander even gets a tech skip on Hothead. I mean, this is a very good run. Oh no, Nitros comes undone while trying the Goomba Surf. And there he goes. He gets up. Xander also triggering a whole lot of magic fireballs from the magic rod as he falls down that cliff face. And now here is the second to last owl of the game, telling us, hey, there's an egg up here. And of course, similar to how we opened up the 8, we're going to open up the egg, same way with explosions, just to check. And I'm going to shut up, because here's the actual best song in the game, aside from Zelda Heights. That is unfortunate, intro, because I don't have a way to control that, I think. Alas, what can we do? Xander is in the egg. We're gonna go a series of specific directions because we haven't actually read the book in the library to set the directions that we need to go in the egg, so it's always left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up, and that gets us to the final boss. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff to explain here, and I'll talk really fast. First of all, we're going to drop in here and we're going to do a bomb trigger as we enter the next room. This skips the cutscene that we start the boss with. Alright, so we line up in a specific position, drop the bomb, and that allows us to instantly kill the blob. Now Xander is going to try to manipulate Aghanim to throw only the large energy balls, as opposed to the blue projectile balls. It's 2 so far. We really want to see 4. And there's a blue ball. That's 3. And 4. Good job. Only 1 blue ball is not bad. Moldorm goes down easy because, hey, we have a lot of power in our hands now. And now Xander is going to try to pause on a specific frame and play the ocarina on the specific frame, so that way he can get one of these bats to lock in place. Which he did. That bat on the right there. So now when Ganon dies and Shadow Landmola dies, that bat will turn into Deathel, which is the final boss, and it'll die immediately, which means the stairs spawn, and Xander finishes. With an official SRL time of 1:19:29. Easy. Making it look good, too. And I believe I saw his check when he did, when he was going into the egg, so he's all good. It was 100%. Very good stuff. And hello, Xander, how are you?
Great.
You're a bit late for commentary, aren't you?
A bit. We'll manage.
Yeah. That was a good race, man. Good stuff.
Thanks. It was a PB by like 15 seconds. That's nice.
Oh. Was a PB?
It was.
Let me take a look at this. Your time is a 1:19:46. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Also, if the manip didn't fail for no reason, I would have bopped Glyph there. So I'm salty.
Okay. Yeah. 1 is still not bad, I think. But
Yeah,
then
one
again,
is
I say this as the person who doesn't manip because I don't like the idea of never having blue balls because it's entertaining. So, any other spots that you think really stuck out?
I'm looking through it. I golded before by like 2 seconds. That's nice.
Yeah. That extra arrow spent in D4 probably gave that to you.
Yeah, that was great.
Clear out the inventory.
It's necessary. I hope you enjoyed my Saga's Goat.
That was good. I appreciate it as a fellow ghost. It's always enjoyable seeing my brethren on screen. So I gotta say, looking at nitrozsr run, he got pretty bad RNG on the bushes, and it just kind of stacked up. Including he didn't too hot on Dodongo Skip.
Oh, did he soft lock or did they just fail it a bunch?
There was a couple of fails.
Oh.
Although some other stuff happened, but we'll save that for when it gets in. Yeah, overall, really good run, man.
Yeah, it was. I'm happy with it. There are still a bunch of spots where I can save time, but...
Hold on. I want you to say that again. Very clearly into the microphone, so we have a record of it.
Now I'm not saying it.
You're what with this run?
I'm not saying it. No.
Nah, you already said it. We can isolate the audio.
Oh no. Shit. I'm gonna have to go into hiding.
It's a speedrunner who's happy with his run. I don't believe it. We thought they all died out. Now Nitro's finishing up the 8. Grabbing his thunder drum. I wonder, does Nitros do manip? He probably does manip, right?
He does the Nitros manip. I don't know if he does the manip.
But which manip, though? Does he do the French manip or the black manip?
I guess we'll find out.
The suspense is killing me. Well, we'll see, depending on his movement, that's for sure. Oh yeah, did you bop anybody with that now that I think about it?
I don't think so.
I'm looking. What was the exact time again?
119.28.
Missed glyph by 5 seconds.
I'm very aware.
Shave.
It's gonna happen soon.
You know, before he does like a 118.
I hope so.
I'm telling you, the man's next PB is going to be like a 118.32.
It'll be 160.
Alright, let's not get crazy here, alright? You guys are very good. I don't know if somebody's going to drop 3 minutes in this category that quick.
Also, I would have done wide bump if I could. Sadly, I can't.
You people confuse me.
Important.
Alright, so I wanted out of you. Where did that wide bump start? Because you guys haven't talked about it
Cliff did it
until
in a
like
race.
literally this week.
Well, it's been a meme for longer than that, but Cliff did it in a race, and then we all just started doing wide bump.
I don't understand.
Just funny.
It just messes with the aspect ratio, that's it. There's nothing
That's
entertaining about it. It just comes across as like lol's humor for me.
But that's what it is.
Oh my god, we're surrounded by kids, I swear. Alright, so Nitros gets the bomb trigger, gets the quick kill on Blob. Oh god, Boyd has to emote this. Alright, so he definitely looks like he does black manip. And that's the manip done just right. No blue balls whatsoever. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I got really confused when you started just spin slashing cannon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, what is he doing? Oh, wait. Death'll skip is a thing, isn't it?
Sure is.
Because no race that I've commentated did Death'll skip.
Yeah, I got it framed perfectly as well.
It was very nice. And now Nitros is just gonna chuck his boomerang against the wall repeatedly. Soon. There we go. And Death'll is dead. Good job. Can't say anything for the next few seconds because spoilers. Nitros finishes his run with a time of 1:27.08. Good job.
Unfortunately, Nitros will not be joining us for an interview. If you have anything more to say, Xander, or any more questions, Phantom?
I'm good, really. Thanks for the race, Nitros and Xander. Thanks for setting us up, Boyd. And thanks to ZSR and Hole for allowing us to do our races here.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Phantom, for the commentary today. You're the only one signed up, so it was very nice of you to step up to the plate for this. Again, congratulations, Xander, and good luck to you and Nitros in your future matches. I think there isn't much. I don't think there's anything else happening today. So, do you guys have anyone you want to raid?
Is there anybody live?
Let's see.
Let's go. You know what? Isn't Olive streaming? Yeah, Olive is streaming. So give me a second. I'll stick this link somewhere for you.
Just give me their Twitch name and that'd be good.
AULLOS. Let's go. Ambush this man.
Okay.
And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
See you guys next time. Bye.